An EV battery isn't just one solid block of power. It's built from many smaller cells, and those cells are made from metals like lithium, nickel, cobalt, and graphite. To get those materials, companies have to dig deep into the earth, process the ore, and then refine it into something pure enough to use. That entire chain, mining, refining, shipping, already creates a lot of emissions before the battery even reaches the factory. So how much carbon are we talking about? On average, building a battery for a small electric car releases somewhere between 2 to 4 tons of carbon dioxide. A medium-sized EV battery produces about 4 to 6 tons. And for the really big ones, like the powerful batteries in luxury electric SUVs, the number can climb as high as 10 tons of CO2. To give you a picture, 10 tons of CO2 is roughly the same as what a typical gasoline car produces after driving about 25,000 miles. In other words, just making a large EV battery can equal years of tailpipe emissions from a regular car. That's why some critics say EVs are not as green as they appear. But here's the other side of the story. A gasoline car keeps burning fuel every time you drive it. Every gallon of gas burned releases more than 8 kilograms of CO2, and that adds up very quickly. An EV, in contrast, has a heavy carbon cost at the beginning because of the battery. But once it's on the road, it produces almost no emissions directly. Over time, the EV starts to catch up. For most electric cars, the break-even point, the moment when the EV's lower driving emissions cancel out its higher manufacturing footprint, comes after 1 to 2 years of driving. After that, the EV is clearly ahead. If you drive the car for 10 or 15 years, the total lifetime emissions are much lower compared to a gasoline car. Of course, how quickly this payback happens depends on the electricity you use to charge. If your local grid is powered mostly by coal, the benefits are smaller. But if you're charging from renewable sources or a cleaner grid, the EV looks much better very quickly. It's also important to remember that not all EV batteries are created in the same way. Batteries made in regions that rely heavily on coal are dirtier, while those made in countries pushing for renewable manufacturing are much cleaner. So two cars with the same battery size can have very different footprints depending on where their batteries were built. If these improvements continue, the carbon cost of making an EV battery could drop by half in the next decade. That would mean electric cars not only stay ahead of gasoline cars over their lifetime, but also start off much greener right from day one. So, is making an EV battery green right now? Honestly, not really. It comes with a big environmental price tag. But compared to the endless emissions of a gasoline car, the EV still has the advantage in the long run. Think of it like this. A gas car is like leaving the tap running day after day, while an EV is like filling a bucket all at once. It's a lot of water at the start, but then the tap is turned off. The real challenge is making that first step cleaner. If we can lower the carbon footprint of building batteries and keep shifting our grids to renewable power, then electric cars can live up to their green promise in a much bigger way. For now, the truth is in the middle. EVs are not perfectly clean. They start their life with a heavy carbon load, but they are still a step forward compared to cars that burn fuel every mile of their life.